very good morning to all of you. My name is Shani Yusra and I am here to give my presentation on the topic Innovations in Teacher Education at Higher Level. So what I am going to tell you is that how innovation is helpful in teacher education and what are the innovations being made in teacher education. But before starting the topic, I want to tell you about this word innovation, which has been derived from the Latin word innovare, and which means to create something new, that is to renew something. And when talking about teacher education, it means that what ideas, new ideas and new practices we are using in teacher education. Now innovations has to be brought in all the aspects of teacher education. We have to bring innovations in methodology, we have to bring innovations in curriculum and research and evaluation. So we have to bring innovations in all the aspects of teacher education. Now, innovation helps us to develop new methods of teaching, it helps us to develop new pedagogical approaches, it helps us to develop new pedagogical strategies, it helps us to develop new methods of assessment, it helps us to improve the curriculum, and it helps the teacher to enhance her knowledge and skills, and it helps her to deal with diverse learners in the class, and it makes her aware of the digital tools and the online resources which she can use in her teaching so that she can make her teaching effective. Now there are different emerging trends and innovations in teacher education. So first one is virtual learning. As we know that during COVID-19 times, teachers were asked to take classes on Google Meet and Zoom, so they were not fully aware of this. So it is very important these days that teachers should have knowledge of virtual classroom and to use digital tools. So they should have knowledge of Google Meet, they should have knowledge of Zoom, they should have knowledge of digital tools like Canva, Edupuzzle, Quizlet, and they should know how to operate all these things online. And the second one is experiential learning. Experiential learning is that in which teacher gets hands-on experiences, that is she gets experiences, learning experiences, and she is actively involved in that. So for example, in this case is that training of teachers and internship and service learning are the examples of experiential learning. Then third one is blended learning. Blended learning is also called as hybrid learning, in which it involves both online learning and face-to-face learning. In this, the teacher teaches in the classes and also as well as shares some online resources, for example like open educational resources or like PPTs. So it helps us to enhance the student knowledge, it helps to enrich student knowledge, and it is more personalized. So it helps to enrich students' learning. Then fourth is peer tutoring. Peer tutoring is a way in which students help one another in the teaching learning process. In this, the students research a particular topic, so they are actively involved, and it makes the learning process very interesting, and it helps in the academic growth of the student. So this is also very important. Then there is inquiry-based instructions. Inquiry-based instructions are very important these days. In this, the teacher asks thought-provoking questions to the students, and it helps the children to develop thinking and understanding, and it helps the student to develop problem-solving skills. Then the sixth one is flipped classroom. In this flipped classroom, in the class time, the students they ask questions to the teacher, and teacher they discusses different topics to the teacher. So it helps them to develop knowledge, and it helps them to develop deep understanding of the topic in the class time. And at home, it involves reading of the books, reading of the research papers, and they do more research on their topics. And it also involves that they see recorded lectures and recorded videos at home. So this is how it is called as flipped classroom, because in class time they discusses questions with the teacher, and at home they do self-study and they prepare for that. Then seventh one is reflective teaching. Reflective teaching is a method in which teacher assess herself. She do self-assessment, and she finds the strength and weaknesses in her instruction, and then she tries to improve that, and she takes different measures to improve her teaching strategies. Then there is ICT in teacher education. Now ICT in teacher education is very important these days, as I have already told you, that teachers should have knowledge of digital tools, and they should have knowledge of online resources, they should have knowledge of virtual classrooms so that they can teach in the class, and and they can teach online to the children, and so she should have knowledge of digital tools and online resources. It is very important now. Then there is collaborative and team teaching. Now collaborative and team teaching is that in which teachers share their expertise and experiences. In this it involves many teachers. The teachers come from various backgrounds and they share their knowledge, and the teachers, it helps in the professional growth of the knowledge, and it helps the teacher to improve the quality of instructions. Then there is number 10, which is micro teaching. Micro teaching is for the pupil teacher, that the pupil teacher teaches in the class among the peers, and she gives a short lesson, and after which the peer teachers give her the feedback, so she knows she gets to know her strengths and weaknesses, and she tries to inculcate those things, and it helps her to improve her methods of teaching. It helps us to improve her teaching strategies and to make her teaching more effective. Now number 11 is simulated social skill training. Now in this, an artificial situation is created, and the pupil teacher, for example, a pupil teacher is given an artificial situation like a classroom. So she teaches in the class, and the different teachers give her the feedback, and she tries to improve her weaknesses, and she inculcates those things, and she tries to improve her method of teaching and teaching strategies. So this was all about emerging trends and innovation in teacher education. Now talking about what NEP 2020 says on innovations in teacher education are that it wants to improve teacher education, so it has made certain recommendations in NEP 2020 so that teacher education can be improved. Number 1 is integrated teacher education program. Now this is a 4 years B.Ed program, and this will be for the teachers. This will be for the students who are interested in doing teacher education program. So they can take admission in this, and in this it will be a 4 years B.Ed program, which will be from 2030, and it will be a holistic degree program, holistic graduation degree program, and in this it will be increasing the quality of teacher education, and it will help to provide good quality education to children. Then number 2 is nature of institutions. Now NEP emphasizes that the standalone institutions which were giving the teacher education program will now be having multidisciplinary nature. They should have multidisciplinary nature by 2030. Then third is admission. Now if the student wants to take admission in teacher education program, then they have to give entrance exam, and that will be conducted by National Testing Agency. Then there is number 4, which is teacher self-development program. Now teacher self-development program includes short courses which will help the teacher to improve their knowledge and skills in different areas. For example, if they want to teach, they want to learn about the inclusive strategies, the different strategies which should be used for diverse learners in the class, then there are courses for that. Then there are different courses for leadership, there are different courses for class management, and things like that. So there are different courses to improve the knowledge and skills of the teacher. Then number 5 is continuous professional development. Continuous professional development is a program which is for in-service teachers, where they will be given time for workshops and modules to study different modules, so that they can improve their knowledge and skills. And it emphasizes that 50 hours annually should be given by the teachers in continuous professional development. So it has made it mandatory that all the teachers have to give 50 hours annually in order to improve their knowledge and skill. That is for continuous professional development. Now number 6 is shifting of National Council for Teacher Education regulatory powers to National Higher Education Regulatory Council. So it says that the regulatory powers of National Council for Teacher Education will be shifted to National Higher Education Regulatory Council. Then number 7, PhD entrance. For the PhD entrance, NEP 2020 emphasizes that all the teachers, all the students who are taking admission in PhD, they should study a coursework which will be including subjects like teacher education, pedagogy, curriculum design, and evaluation, so that they keep in touch with teacher education, and that is they should know all the things to make their teaching and learning process effective. Then innovative programs in teacher education. Now there are different innovative programs which have been developed by different universities. Number one is Master of Educational Technology. This has been developed by SNDT University in Mumbai. Then number second is BSc Teaching Technology. This has been developed by SIPI Manipal University. And personalized teacher education program. This is given by Lucknow University. Then number four is activity-based teacher education program. This is given by DAV Indore. So all these were teacher education programs which are innovative. So this was all about innovations in teacher education at higher level. It basically says that we have to bring innovations in all the aspects of teacher education, that is methodology, curriculum, evaluation and research, and it will help the teacher to improve her teaching skills. It will help her to gain knowledge and skills. It will help to develop new pedagogical strategies and new pedagogical approaches. It will help to use new methods of assessment. It will help to improve the curriculum, to design the curriculum, and it will help the teacher to know about different learners, to know about the different strategies which she can use in the class. So all these innovations in teacher education are very important, and they help the teacher in making her knowledge and skills good, and to make her